Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KBJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Virginia, Jaybird was just sharing with me some of the possible spoilers for the new Star Wars movie.
Oh, boy.
Coming out here in
Are you
17 days.
Are you telling me it's time for a nap?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you go to sleep, pumpkin?
Yeah. It's kind of breaking it down. It's interesting because, I got a couple friends in my circle, and they're, Star Wars fans, and all of them kind of feel the same way. The original trilogy was great, and then they're just not very encouraged about all the old ones. In fact, a lot of the people that I know, like my trainer's a big Star Wars fan, and he's just like, yeah, I'm kind of ready for him to stop making the movies.
The movies, the show has really put a fire under my ass about loving
Disney
Star Wars
Plus.
again. But the movies they shit the bed. That's the term for that. What they've done, shit the bed.
Yeah. So he's kind of giving me I don't know, there's a couple things, if these spoilers turn out to be true, that there's a couple of concepts that seem to be quite hokey.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
we'll see.
I didn't even get into and the
Not
source.
even the
The
hokiest
source
part.
that I got is a credible source from these spoilers.
Oh, yeah?
Very big Star Wars dork.
Okay. How do they know?
In the know, because there are spoilers out there. There's stuff that leaks, and there's stuff that there's certain sites you can go to that in the past, if you size it up, their spoilers absolutely are usually right.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah, I haven't yet jumped on The Mandalorian. I'm going to wait, I think, until this season is up, and it should be pretty quick. They must not have that many more episodes for this season because I believe the plan is the Mandalorian season 1 ends right when the movie comes out. If the movie comes out December 20th, that means you're 17 days away. And I think it's every Friday a new Mandalorian comes out. So that'd be only like 2 more episodes.
So that's why you're always excited on a Friday, Virginia.
Oh, I can't wait. Love a Mandalorian.
Didn't you go to school?
I went to school with an Amanda Lauren. So every time you say it, I think you're talking about this chick I went to school with.
That's so funny.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, there's kind of a list on if you're looking for anything that is dirty on the Disney Plus, because I haven't gotten it yet, because really The Mandalorian is about the only thing that I really would be too excited to see. I don't even know what else I would watch, because I think Deadpool's never going to be on it, right? And not that I would go back and necessarily watch those movies again. They were good, but, I think everything's like, so The Mandalorian can't ever get too crazy, right?
It's just violent. But there's no stormtroopers going, fuck you. Nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Although that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, so it'll be, if they actually start swearing in it. Would you want swearing in Star Wars?
It depends. Not if it's hokey. Like a quick, if Han looked at Chewie one time, Chewie, shut the fuck up. That might be effective. Every now and then.
Every now and then.
It shouldn't be littered with it.
Okay. Somebody went through and tried to find the dirtiest things they could on Disney Plus. And they said there are some titles that do sound dirty, like Double Teamed, The Swap, or Once Upon a Mattress.
Okay.
Those actually, even though they sound dirty, are not. So they're trying to find what exactly could be the dirtiest stuff on Disney Plus, and there's not really a lot to speak of. It's pretty squeaky clean, apparently.
People are looking just to bring them down.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get an idea of, because I think, as an adult, when you don't really have Disney-age kids, which is me, okay, is it worth getting Disney? And I know it's not much. I mean, suck it up, cheapskate. But, I mean, to me, it's almost more clutter than it is anything else. Because, you get all these different streaming services, and then you go like, almost like, how am I ever going to watch Disney Plus other than for The Mandalorian?
Some of the movies are good. Like, I love me some Parent Trap. I love me Pollyanna, even Mary Poppins.
I can't think of one other thing I honestly, as a middle-aged dude, would go and watch on Disney Plus.
Little Mermaid.
I would watch that. I love Aladdin. Aladdin and Lion King. Those are
never
such
be a
good.
time I do that.
They're such good cartoons, though. You're right. I don't think I would either.
They might get me on the Star Wars stuff, and that's really.
But I already bought all those. I already have.
I know. I got them on DVDs, but I don't have the streaming stuff. That'd be the only thing they would get me on.
I bought them on the streaming.
But is it worth it?
And I have to. I guess if I move, I'd have to. I don't know. Tell them. How does that work? If you move from your place and you bought them on the demand stuff, because you could buy them and keep them in your purchases. When I move, do I lose them when I get a new box?
You know what happened to me? When I upgraded all of my DVRs because they were like archaic. When I upgraded, I lost everything that I had saved on
That's a
them.
bunch of horse shit.
It was real.
Somebody said, "Hey, the Marvel shows are coming to the Disney Plus." I get those now on Netflix. If you're talking about like Daredevil and things like that, and maybe they're creating new ones. So yeah, if they really start creating some new Marvel content, and that's right, I think they are doing new Marvel content. I might do that.
They have a ton of Star Wars shit, like the cartoons and all kind of other stuff on there as well.
Carl said Disney Plus. After you hit the classics a bit, you get tired of it. I started some oldies like Davy Crockett and never made it past the credits.
I mean, Davy Crockett, Carl, that's
Probably
totally.
really slow.
Well, I think he's trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it, though. You know, you're trying to say, okay, am I going to get Disney Plus? And, you know, like right now, everything that I would be paying a subscription for, I would just watch once, like on demand for movies. And that's it. The Mandalorian is the only thing. And it's kind of like you did with YouTube. Do I want to pay a subscription just to get one show and how many episodes? And then it's just, if nothing else, it's the inconvenience of having it there and going back and forth and all that kind of stuff.
You still have YouTube, Red?
I do, because I don't have any commercials on YouTube.
You like it?
Yeah, I mean, there's also ad block, so you could put ad block on your computer, and that will block the commercials on YouTube most of the time. I don't know. I'm fucking losing money left and right on all this bullshit.
Financial genius.
They got me. Give me a show, and I'll probably buy it.
Somebody was giving me hell because I kept talking about Next Door, and they were like, yeah, thanks, Kev. I signed up for my neighborhood's Next Door, and all I'm getting is just, you know, stupid shit happening in the neighborhood that I couldn't even care about. Like, thanks for wasting my time. You know what? I just got to tell you, maybe you need to move because, I mean, my neighborhood is awesome. I mean, I'm looking at my today's top post, gunshot near village in Shiloh.
That's right where I live, by the way.
Yeah, I'm like, so that's kind of awesome, right? Do you not want to know if, like, last night at 10 o'clock somebody was firing off a gun, what was going on with that?
That's literally my intersection. I walk Chewy by there every single day.
It's important to know, but, you know, maybe this douchebag doesn't realize that, you know, if things are calm in your neighborhood, that's a good thing. But then when you don't have the Next Door and everybody else is talking about the shooting, you'll wish you had it.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, live in a semi-ghetto neighborhood like Jaybird and I do, and you're going to, Next Door is worth it for you. But yes, maybe if you live in a squeaky, clean, quiet neighborhood, then maybe you're going to get nothing but boring shit.
I don't know. In my neighborhood, people are popping off right and left, and Tequesta's pretty squeaky clean.
Yeah.
I thought I had weird shit going on at my old place when I was right next door to Denny's. Now the fact that I'm by that walking trail, I mean, you got people who don't even live in the area walking through there. So there's always some kind of action going on. You look out my window, there's some bullshit going on. Always.
Yeah. So, yeah, it says, this chick, Erica, said, Village of Sandalwood Lakes North. I was out walking my dogs just after 10 p.m. when I heard a single gunshot. It was pretty loud and seemed close by. Did anybody else hear or see anything?
Uh-oh.
Shamicia said, yeah, I heard it too. Prior to that, I saw the police. They had the street blocked off.
Uh-oh.
And
That's the kind of stuff you want to know.
There was a motorcycle laying on the ground. What?
Somebody shot a guy on a motorcycle?
I don't know. But to me, that's kind of like, you want to be on that to find out, okay, if somebody's just riding their bike and got gunned down, in your neighborhood, you might want to know about that, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the other thing too, it's very tricky. We've got a couple people who love fireworks that like to send them off at 11 o'clock at night, and they sound like gunshots, so you'll never know the difference.
Who would do that?
We have a neighbor across the way that fucking
Do you know which person it is?
have no idea. I think they're a bunch of young bucks because I've seen them kind of by the dumpster area, and there's always about 10 of them, and just kind of having fun.
Messing with the old guy.
Messing with the old guy and the old dog.
Aw.
Yeah, so for the person that sent me that email about like, hey, you're wasting my time, like I said, move.
Every neighborhood's different.
Yeah.
They actually wrote, "You're wasting my time."
Yeah, they're like, I wasted a ton of time on this. It's just an aggravation. I'm like,
Said the person who wrote you an email about wasting time.
yeah.
Literally
Well, you wasted
wasting
my
time.
Yeah.
We don't like that. We don't like when people going on Kevin.
Yeah, you don't get to say nothing to Kevin just because your neighborhood is lame. Move to Shiloh and Village. What is it, Sandalwood? Right by Jay Bird's house. What's your address? There's some shit going down there.
There is.
At this point, I mean, the murderers know. They're just waiting.
You know where my good girlfriend just moved? Jupiter Farms, and she loves it. Just saying.
Cool.
Been saying it.
I'm moving to Gardens.
Okay.
If there's any good houses left in Gardens, every time I look, there's no houses there.
I know.
And it's very-
Gardens is super expensive too.
Jupiter Farms ain't no Swiss picnic either. Let's
no,
just go
but
ahead and say that.
you and Denny's can get a whole swath of land.
Okay, how about this? You talk Denny's into going to Jupiter Farms, I'll fucking go to Jupiter. You talk him into it.
You buy the house, he buys the mother-in-law suite. Both of you own the property. You grow all your whatever on the land. I know y'all like to grow stuff. It's a big, big swath of land.
Again, you
you
talk.
can't grow stuff in gardens.
I'm not.
You can, but I mean,
I'm not looking to grow anything. I want to get that on the record right
whatever.
now. I'm not the best.
I'm not talking about you.
I know you're not.
Horticulturalist?
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
Denny's got 2 green thumbs.
Well, Denny's knows how to grow shit.
I
mean,
know.
That's
He
from
grew-
rolling weed.
He grew carrots.
No, he looks like
grew carrots.
one of those sandalwood, little patios, and that motherfucker every day. Yeah, look at this new onion I grew, and it's a big ass onion. He's making it work.
He is.
He's
Good
very-
for
Making
him.
it work on a porch.
Farmer
On
Denny's.
a cement porch.
Oh, him and his wife are true to life hippies.
They need to be in Jupiter Farms.
The good kind of hippies.
Good kind of hippies.
Yeah.
You have land.
The bad kind of hippie is,
I don't know, one that never leaves your couch, eats all your food, and smokes all
Yeah.
your dope.
yeah, lazy hippies.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a hardworking hippie.
He is a hardworking hippie.
But the thing about Jupiter Farms, no neighbors right up on you.
Do you think that's too far, Jupiter Farms, from where we work at here?
For me, it's all relative. I mean, Virginia doesn't mind driving 30 minutes to work.
I live further than Jupiter Farms. Now, if you're thinking about where I live and thinking that that's how far you're going to have to drive, it's not.
I would like to get a goat.
A goat would be welcome in Jupiter Farms. Good luck getting a goat in Palm Beach Gardens proper. They'll
No, you
cite
won't.
you.
You won't get a goat there.
No.
I want a goat, though.
You deserve a goat.
Thank
You
you.
do.
I thank you.
You deserve 2 goats.
I would love 2 goats.
Because you can't have one.
No, you don't want them to fuck.
They do.
I was going to say you didn't want them to be lonely.
I'm just kidding.
But if you want to make goat porn, I would watch it.
Don't send me no email. I can't believe you're talking about bestiality again, Bird.
Again.
Chewy would love the farm.
All right, leave my dog out of your mouth. Leave him out of your mouth.
I'm just saying.
So BuzzFeed even came up with a list. They have the 17 screenshots of people's interactions with neighbors. That'll make you say they can't be serious. These are all pretty much from next door.
Okay.
This one guy, Robert, he posted up. He's like, loud boom. Anybody just hear a loud boom? This one dude, Todd, said, definitely it shook our house. The guy, Robert, responded. He said, same here. Somebody else chimed in and said, it rattled our windows. No idea where it came from. It sounded like it was somewhere close to these couple streets, much too loud for a gunshot. Somebody said, yeah, I thought it was like maybe a transformer blew or something like that. And then this guy, Nathan, he butts in. He's like, hey, guys, sorry about the noise. I recently bought a cannon from an antique store circa 1840. I shot a test round a couple days ago in my backyard, and it was louder than I expected. Robert's like, you got to be kidding me. Dude fired off a fucking cannon in his backyard.
Mystery solved thanks to next door.
But see, this is great, isn't it?
It
Yes.
Isn't this stuff awesome?
You want to know.
We're like, what the hell is going on? That's just crazy.
So what do? You type in your zip code and it comes up for your area? Is that how you do it?
I can get you all hooked up. Yeah, you just go in, it's next door, and then you put in like where you are, and then it'll start sending you. Like I have it sends me emails. So it goes into my email box, and I can, I always check and be like, is there a headline that is entertaining? And honestly, I would say 3 out of 4 times there is. I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to find out what that's all about.
Well, I mean, you're literally going into our backyard right now with that shooting.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that shit from my place.
Yeah, I kind of want to know. I mean, if there's a guy that's laid out in the road and they got the street blocked off and somebody heard a gunshot.
You should know.
What happened?
There was another thing on Shiloh the other day, probably about 7 p. I was walking Chewy, and they had, I think, I counted 6 cop cars for one woman, and they were making her walk the line, and she was arguing with them, and I wanted to watch longer, but it was taking forever. They were out there for 30 minutes.
It's a weird neighborhood. It's very quiet and shady, lovely trees, seems very peaceful, but there's some squirrely people that live in our area.
There is. I was shocked when I saw how many sex offenders were somewhat near where we live at.
Yeah.
And we're near a school. What the fuck is that about?
Well, that's where they like to live.
Yeah, but they shouldn't, though.
I know.
I thought there was rules.
There's another post that somebody put up here from next door. It said, help. People have been walking in front of my house. This must stop. It's driving my dog crazy.
Oh, please. Get out of here.
Get out of here with that shit.
Right? Shut
you.
the fuck up. People have been walking
man.
in front of my house. Oh, my God.
gosh.
How annoying.
That's so annoying.
This is the one I was telling you about earlier. It's a post from next door, and it says Christmas lights. Hello. I know everyone loves this time of year, but can we please be considerate of some of us and please cut your lights off at 7:30 p.m.? My cats are trying to sleep, and they find the lights distracting.
My cats. That's amazing.
There's somebody else who on Nextdoor, they're trying to sell a couch sofa in Houston, $250. Slightly used couch, soft, gray, and it says no pets. But the picture they posted up, there's a fucking cat sitting on the couch.
Oh, damn. That is some cold stuff. Because somebody like me, I'm allergic to cats.
Right. So they posted up thinking it would sell better. And dummy, the cat's sitting right on the damn couch.
Wow.
This one says help with 2 P's. Is anyone feeling generous enough to co-sign an auto loan for me?
Strangers out there.
I want to see the dummy that says yes.
Okay. I'd be happy to. Yeah, so there's some good stuff in here. I'll break these down. We can maybe do some readings of these on the show, but fun little post. So it's taken over next door. It's good. So if you see any great posts, let us know here on the KBJ show. Yeah, it just something about it. People love like the nosy neighbor. Either you got him or you are it. My wife is kind of getting that way. She's always looking out the front window. I'm like, you're turning that crazy old neighbor lady.
See, I go the opposite. I'm trying to fucking stay out of the window and block the window. I want nothing to do with it.
I'm the same way. I'm scared of everybody out there, so I just don't even want any part of it. But yeah, she's really sticking her neck out there. Always got to know what's going on.
Does that come with age, or has she always been nosy like that?
She's getting nosier. But, yeah, and then her glasses are getting thicker, so she's kind of getting this look of like this googly-eyed old crazy neighborhood lady.
You're painting quite the picture.
She's got crazy old lady glasses.
I'm watching the transformation before my very eyes.
Like, uh-oh.
It's kind of alarming. I don't know what's going on here, but it's pretty crazy. This seems like a stupid idea. I don't know who's going to be jumping into this. You know, one of my big complaints about Monopoly is what? Can you imagine what my big complaint
It's
about
too
Monopoly
long.
is?
It goes on too long.
I couldn't believe when the story hit, and I'm a lover of Monopoly. I love it, and I still think it's too long.
So Hasbro has just decided to instead go the other direction. They've now created a new, longer version of Monopoly.
What?
And the way to win is fucking insane. You have to own, I think, every piece of property.
There are 2 or 3 versions of every property, and you can only use 1 dice instead of 2 or die. So you move around slower, and the game doesn't end until somebody owns every single property. So you could be there for like months.
Yeah, you have to own all the railroads.
Oh, my God.
I know.
I don't think I have enough time.
I do love Monopoly, but that's too much, baby.
$20, and it's only available on Amazon. Apparently, they already sold out of their first batch.
You'll get Monopoly lovers that will like it, and that'll be it. I bought the Star Wars version of it, and they changed the rules on it. Was fucking terrible. Keep it pure, baby.
They did also come out with Monopoly Speed, and they promise it'll take less than 10 minutes to finish.
You do a couple bumps of Coke, and that shit's over in 10 minutes.
Monopoly Meth. You do a lot of fun things with that. Got an email from Karen in Pembroke Pines about the old keto. Said, I listened to your podcast from Monday about talking about keto on vacation. As you said, with any restaurant, your best bet is to always go with a meat and replace the fries with a salad or broccoli. I do not know if you knew this, but you can also get what's called a loaded broccoli at a lot of places. Just like a loaded baked potato, they put the same toppings on, but on the broccoli or cauliflower. Okay. I wanted to mention that you cannot live in both worlds on keto. That's true. That is the problem. With keto, if you go off, it takes weeks to get back into ketosis. The good news is the weight you do gain during that time is mostly water, but it will take a couple of weeks to get back to the weight you were before you cheated. And that's the thing that sucks, and that's why I didn't go off of it. Say, I'll just take a week, and because I had really just probably gotten into it because it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get there. And
Sure.
I really just gotten there. So my body just got to the point, supposedly, if I'm doing it right.
Of ketosis.
Right, of ketosis, that I should be seeing the effects. So I'm going to reverse it and then wait another month before I get effects again. Another great restaurant for keto is any sort of breakfast place like IHOP or Denny's. And a lot of the diners, too, you can get eggs or bacon with omelets. But just an FYI, at IHOP, they make their omelets with a tiny bit of pancake batter, so there are carbs in IHOP omelets.
Huh.
See, that's the crazy stuff. I was at the Whole Foods little buffet thing the other night. I'm like, okay, you're looking at the food. It looks pretty simple. Here's vegetables. Here's a meat-based something or other, and so just get it. Then some of the meat-based stuff I started looking at, and I started reading a little bit down on it, and some of the ingredients were like, had like wheat flour, or it had like sugar or cornstarch or something like that. I'm like, what the hell, man? It's crazy. So really, you can't eat anything other than just
You can't trust anything you didn't make.
Yeah, that's it.
It's really messed
That's
up.
what makes it so tough.
A naked, boring chicken wing like you've been doing might be the only option.
Yeah. And I will confess, if I did any kind of cheating on the whole thing, I did have a White Claw pre-gaming for one of the football games. And I looked, and there were 2 sugars in that. I was like, I don't know. Because I thought it was like 50 grams on something, so I don't know if that, would have messed up. But the White Claws were out there. I can tell you it was, if you have only like 1 or 2, they're actually kind of light, refreshing, delicious.
It's only when you have 12 that it becomes an issue.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Did you have, are you allowed to have shrimp on keto?
Yes. Yeah, but you'd have to stay away from the cocktail sauce.
Okay.
Because that'd probably have like the sugar in it.
By the way, a cocktail sauce, underrated sauce out there. That and tartar, I love both of them. I never use them, and when I do,
Bud's has a good tartar.
they got good tartar and good cocktail.
Yeah.
Underrated sauces.
Yeah, what else would you put cocktail on other than shrimp and fish?
Raw oysters.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
that. Ugh.
yeah. I will get
Oh, that is
down.
good. Yeah.
Oysters, some bullshit.
I will get down. What would be worse for you if you had to eat oysters or tofu?
Oysters, without a doubt.
Really?
Tofu I can do. If you cut it up really, really fine and put a sauce in there and mix it up with rice, I can get through that for sure.
Raw oysters the worst?
Oh, right. I remember I shucked oysters when I went to this party at FSU, and I was like, oh, we're doing this shucking party. You're going to fucking love it, man. I'm shucking these oysters for an hour and a half. Bitch-ass meat, no meat coming out, cut in my hand, and they tasted like the fucking ocean. No, not an oyster fan.
All right, now I know what to do for the next food thing.
I'm not, they anger me. I think I'm allergic.
Let me see here. A couple call them out kind of things here. Joe said, Mando, I got a story for you guys. I took my wife to New York City for her birthday. We live in Northern California, and she traveled to New York to see a couple Broadway shows and spent a nice birthday dinner in Times Square. So I made that happen. Fast forward to the show. We ran into the usher that was seating our section, and when I asked him what section we were in, he came back with a real douchey New Yorker comment and said that all fucking tourists can't read your tickets. So I blow it off, not wanting to cause a big scene and choke the life out of him. Towards the middle, I go to grab a smoke. So I'm in the restroom, and I have to change my weed pen cartridge. So I'm standing at the urinal, changing the cartridge, and the douche waffle from earlier comes in the door, all super cool, and asking if he could take a hit off of my weed.
Oh, hell to the
Hell
no.
no.
Now that we're in the private confines of a bathroom, I hope you lit his ass up.
Well, as you came through the door, I got scared and I put my hands down so nobody could see what I was doing. But when I did that, I pissed all over my emptying cartridge.
Oh, no.
So he proceeded to ask if he could take a hit.
I see this M. Night Shyamalan ending.
And I said, you know what? Change of heart. Why not? So I handed him my piss-covered vape pen, and he hit it like 3 times. Karma's a bitch.
It is.
That's amazing. What a happy ending.
I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. No, just boom, out of nowhere, right? There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is poetry, isn't it? You just got to love when those kind of things
When
happen.
douches get it, especially so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, that instant kind of karma that just strikes right there. Mm-hmm. Got a couple of fill in the blanks for what we were talking about earlier with TikTok. Somebody had said TikTok is the literal reincarnation of Vine. Same company, different name. Look into it. Somebody said, guys, Vine was huge. The people who owned the app shut it down at the height of its popularity because they didn't monetize it properly and they couldn't make any money off of it. So it sounds like they shut it down, revamped the monetization structure, and reopened it as TikTok.
Okay, that makes sense. I knew we'd seen that shit before.
Yeah.
Vine, TikTok, Twitter.
Yes, there we go. So anyway, thank you very much for the updates on that. Got an email here for Kevin. Not sure what this is about, but the person on Facebook lives in Queensland, Australia, and it's a banner there. It says BDI on a stage. Looks like a music festival.
Would you like that as a gift?
What's that?
Like a big ass thing.
What am I going to do with it?
Put it up on the wall, man.
What wall?
I don't know. The ceiling up here.
Where do I have a wall that big? Anywhere.
Put it up here on ours, little thing.
A BDI banner.
Yeah, big old BDI banner. That's just what I need.
We bring it to every event.
Yeah, I think what that is, that's one of the brothers from Oasis. They have a band called BDI, and I assume that's probably what it is, and that band was probably playing in Australia. And that is their banner. They drop it, and then, hello, Australia.
We're going to fight with each other first.
Yeah, I think it's why they don't tour with one another, because they would beat the piss out of each other. Got a nice email from Noel and Davey. Said, I've been listening to your show for over 15 years now. Last April, my dad was hospitalized in serious condition in the ICU for about a week. He was about 50 miles away from me, so I was driving 100 miles round trip every single day.
Ooh.
I would play your show on YouTube. Love that you can now listen without music or commercials on my drive, and you all would make me laugh, take my mind off my dad's condition, and make my drive go that much faster. I've been meaning to send this email for a while to thank you for making a very hard time a little bit easier for me. So,
Very kind email.
Very.
that is very nice. We do love to hear those, so thank you very much, Noel. If you got an email you'd like, get to us, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. We'll get them here on the After the Show podcasts, being brought to you today by Bud's Chicken and Seafood and their amazing chicken fingers.
Try them corn fritters. I keep calling them hush puppies. Corn fritters.
The corn fritters are good in the bird sauce, actually.
Thank you, Virginia. Thanks for the help on that.
You're welcome.
Try out their 7 locations in Palm Beach County. Y'all have a good one. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans. Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.